Okay, so the scene starts off and yeah, that boy son Jin Woo is back aura farming again with a new cut, some new drip, a whole squad to roll deep with and a new partner. I ain't even go yap for too long, let's get straight into it. So it starts off with Jin Woo, Igris and the rest of the knights pulling up to the ice bear's crib to finish them off. And I'm just thinking, damn, these bears were probably in their cave thinking this Goldie looks outside trying to steal their porridge, just to come outside to see a whole squad of medieval knights on street Taming. So Jin Woo sends out the knights to go fight and they start putting in work, just violating these bears. Even the mages are out here turning these men into good eats. But this fight is low-key not fair at all because the knights can just keep respawning as long as Jin Woo has MP. So to even out the odds, the mama bear comes out the cave ready to box and she instantly swipes away the knights, tanks a bunch of hits from the mages crushing them, and then hits the beast titan scream to get rid of the rest of the knights. So after seeing this, Jin Woo tells Igris to show him how it's done and bro gets straight to aura farming, walking up on the 20-foot bear like it's nothing. So the bear goes into attack but he weaves it, turning into Levi, slicing his arm as he goes up. The bear then tries to attack again but Igris uses instant transmission to dodge it, then lands on his back turning into a D1 track athlete running down his whole body, then jumps onto the floor slicing the back of his knees. Had that boy Jin Woo in awe. So we see the bear on his knees hunched over, breathing heavy as hell, looking like a vape addict after not hitting their neck for the day. Hey, but they swear they can quit. So the bear tries to use his beast titan roar again, but that boy Igris slices off his head before he can even do that, making it fall at the feet of Jin Woo. So after defeating the bear, Igris hits a Jin Sakai, cleaning his sword, and then kneels down in front of Jin Woo. Then from here we cut to the A rank hunter fighting the elves, and after seeing his whole crew get packed and this geek's ass smile, bro is fully traumatized and hits the dash. And this right here is when we get introduced to another S tier aura farmer. Just look at this man Barak, even though horse is tough. So we cut back to Jin Woo and I didn't even know bro could do this, cause he tells the bears he just killed to arise and creates his own bear army. Now he has an army of knights, bears and Igris. Who gonna stop bro? So from here we cut to outside the gate, and I can't lie, I'm gonna have to create nicknames for these guys, cause I don't wanna say their names and butcher it, coming off as disrespectful. So we gonna call buddy over here Buzz and bro Wolverine, and you guys will see why in a sec. So after standing around for mad long waiting for Jin Woo to come out the gate, Buzz says that Jin Woo's probably dead and decides to dip out. But as he's walking away, bro turns into Batman, interrogating one of the agents, asking bro why Jin Woo's here if he's not even part of the guild. And the agent says that Jin Woo just pulled up out of nowhere and this shit was not planned. And it looks like Buzz accepts this for a moment, turning around and walking away until bro takes a sigh of relief and Buzz teleports in, choking buddy out. Pause. And this is where Wolverine pulls up, nails long as shit and his hair turning white, grabbing his arm, forcing him to drop the agent. And these niggas just start going aura for aura. This is like when the two fastest kids in primary school decided to go heads up. That shit was a public event, you just had to be there. Anyway, so they both charge up a massive haymaker, swinging at each other, causing a huge explosion. And I can't lie, this bit right here really surprised me, cause the rubble clears and we see that buddy caught both the swings. Now I know they both held back at the last second, but you gotta give credit where credit's due. This shit was tough. So after they all come down, they start asking Buzz why he's even trying to murk Jin Woo, as they think he's not even strong enough to kill his brother. And this nigga gon' say it's just an excuse to murk niggas. Bro, you're a psychopath. And then bro gon' get a call in his phone and dip. Now I'm over here thinking, Wolverine, why would you allow him to leave like that? After hearing what he just said, you shouldn't be allowing him to leave the premises at all. That is King Von's second in command. So from here we cut back to inside the gate and see the A rank hitting the Gara pose cause he peeped that the lower ranks have good eats. So he pulls up on them shouting cause he thinks they've been hiding the food from him the whole time, and bro gon' draw his sword going to attack, and out of nowhere Jin Woo comes slapping his head into the floor, sending him flying, talking about some you a little boy to me, I'll kiss you on your forehead, you a little boy, sit down, the king's home. And after doing this, Jin Woo don't even pay attention to buddy cause he gon' turn around telling the ice elves to reveal themselves cause they ain't slick for real. So the ice elves finally reveal themselves and Barak and Jin Woo start having a conversation, but whole time this is sounding like straight gibberish to the other hunters, sounding like an old head trying to tell you a joke. Only thing you can do is smile and wave, boys. Just smile and wave. So Barak starts talking about how his homie wants to fight Jin Woo as he saw him earlier, and before bro can even utter any words, Jin Woo speed bitches him, taking off his whole head. Now I know this is aura farming, but what I really want to know is why buddy back here is still smiling, talking about some I would let that shit happen to me though. Bro, yes you would, you're absolute fodder. Anyways, Jin Woo then charges at Barak trying to attack him, but he blocks this with ease, causing them to clash, and they accidentally kill the horse. No, why you do that? That's my guy. That horse must have had the most aura I've ever seen in my whole life. Could've given bro to me, we would've been riding off into the sunset. So Jin Woo and Barak start to talk again, and Barak starts saying that Jin Woo cannot be human, cause they be having a voice in their head telling them to kill humans, and they don't have it when Jin Woo's around. And Barak continues to say because of this they have no reason to fight, so Jin Woo might as well hand over the humans and they both go their separate ways. But Jin Woo asks who are they and why they kill humans, and this nigga gon' glitch. So Barak then says the same question again, and this has Jin Woo all confused. So he just decides to refuse Barak's offer, and bro's like, you're outnumbered, you might as well. And Jin Woo go take this as a perfect opportunity to aura farm, cause he gon' smile and say I beg your pardon, and pull out his whole shadow army. So Jin Woo and Barak waste no time sending both their squads to squabble, and in the midst of this we see the other 3 hunters trying to run and some archers aiming at them. One of them lets off a shot, and before he can even reach 5 feet in front of him, Jin Woo catches it, slicing up each and every one of them. And bro finished violating the 3rd person before the first guy even realized he's been caught. Jin Woo then turns around just to see Barak going stupid as well. Bro's cutting up through his whole army. Barak then peeps Jin Woo and goes straight after him, clashing with him again. They then introduce each other and charge straight in, with Barak going for the leg swipe, but Jin Woo jumps up to dodge this, then dive bombs towards Barak trying to spear him. But he weaves this and steps on Jin Woo's blade. But Jin Woo unequips it, moves out the way, equips it again, slicing at Barak. But he blocks this and Jin Woo's not done, coming in with a second attack. Barak just about manages to weave this and he starts spinning until Barak kicks Jin Woo in the guts, sending him flying back. But this was all a part of Jin Woo's plan, cause he has the mages sending a huge fireball at Barak. Meanwhile, while this is going on, we see the lame ass E-rank getting up from being sunned by Jin Woo earlier, and the first thing bro does is starts moaning his name. Like, bro, you're a grown ass man talking about another guy like this. Fix your life, buddy. So Mr. Kim then picks up his sword and starts charging at Jin Woo, and at the same time Barak comes out the fireball and starts charging at Jin Woo as well. Now I'm not gonna lie, this bit really had me surprised. That boy Jin Woo is straight ruthless, cause he pulls out Igris, who causes a massive smoke screen, and then tells him to kill Mr. Kim. And just look at this shot, that boy Jin Woo couldn't care any less. All he's thinking about is how much aura this shot will give him. And this bit right here is a cherry on top, cause Jin Woo gonna tell Mr. Kim to arise and create a new Shadow Knight. So Mr. Kim then hits Barak away, and this is where we see Jin Woo give him the name Iron. And after getting this tough ass name, Iron uses his aggro ability and starts squabbling with Barak one-on-one, and bro actually holds his own. I can't lie, I did not expect this. Gotta give props where props is due. But after a while, Barak starts getting bored of Iron and tells Jin Woo and Igris to jump him. And I'm over here thinking this gonna be a light work jumping, made for the body this man in 30 seconds. But I was incredibly wrong. So Igris and Jin Woo charge at Barak, but Barak blocks Igris' first attack, then dodges his second one, jumping over him. He then clashes with Jin Woo twice in the air, lands and weaves Igris his attack, just to jump back in the air and block Jin Woo with his toenails. He then lands, blocks Igris, then kicks him away, and then go run at him, jumping off his back, slicing down at Jin Woo. But Jin Woo manages to dodge this, and Barak gon' block both of them at the same time. Iron then uses his aggro ability, and Barak charges at him, attacking him. But Iron manages to dodge this, and Igris comes out of nowhere trying to spear him. But Barak just about manages to weave this, and out from the shadows comes Jin Woo, stabbing him in his shoulder. So they both land, and Jin Woo explains that Barak might be tough, but his ranked teammates are ass. And Barak looks over to see all his guys murked on the floor. So Barak gets mad because of this, charging at Jin Woo. But Jin Woo throws his dagger at him, and Barak's all happy, thinking bro threw away his only weapon, just for Jin Woo to turn into Thor, bringing his dagger right back. Barak just about manages to block this, but it ends up breaking his dagger. Jin Woo then calls Iron, looking like Utah, who gives Barak the meanest bear hug. And at the same time, the mages throw fire, bro, trying to turn him into barbecue chicken. But Barak don't go down that easy, breaking open Iron as he comes out. But out from the shadows comes Jin Woo, stabbing him in his gut while he's having his monologue. And just look at this, bro walks away mid-fight, hands in pockets like he's taking a stroll on the street. This takes aura farm into a whole new level. And as he's walking away, Iron comes out of nowhere, slamming his hammer into Barak, ending the fight. And before we move on, I just gotta say this fight was really just a showcase of Barak's strength. Bro was taking on a 3v1 against Jin Woo, Igris and Iron. And you guys know how strong both Igris and Jin Woo are. Bro is really like that. So from here we see Iron still going ham on Barak. So Jin Woo has to walk on him like he's a black bum, talking about some put it down. Anyway, so the portal opens back up and everyone celebrates because they can finally go back home after being there for a whole week. But Jin Woo says he has one last thing to do as he looks at Barak and his eyes start glowing. And Jin Woo, I can't lie, you have to clarify that. Looking at another man's ass while your eyes are glowing is insane. Had me thinking bro's one of Diddy's long lost soldiers. So from here we cut back to outside the portal, and out of nowhere it turns blue. And Wolverine over here is all happy, thinking he's finna see Mr. Kim pop out, just to see Jin Woo and the rest of the squad pull up out the portal. And the agents audience over here all geeked cause they knew my boy Jin Woo was gonna make it out alive. So Jin Woo then tries to dip quick as hell cause he ain't trying to draw no attention to himself. But Wolverine grabs him by the shoulders saying he needs to ask him a few questions about what happened inside the dungeon. And this nigga Jin Woo gon' say, yo, don't touch me, you gon' fuck up the level, fuck nigga. But Wolverine gets mad cause of this, grabbing Jin Woo by his shoulder again, talking about some, yo, I don't care about your level, fuck nigga. Half my crew is gone, I'ma need you to answer these questions. But Jin Woo turns around, eyes glowing and says, yo, I brought back half of your crew and gave them some new drip for the free ski. How about you show me a bit of gratitude first? So after getting sunned, Wolverine apologizes to Jin Woo and then he dips out with his sister's friend. So from here we cut to after Jin Woo's dropped off Miss Han, and this is where we learn that Jin Woo was only able to grab Barak's dagger, as Barak was supposedly too strong for him to arise and bring it to his shadow army. Anyways, this is now basically the end of the episode, except from that stuff at the end, which you guys cannot hold my boy Jin Woo for. He was not thinking about it like that. Anyways, thank you guys so much for 4K subs. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.